Hi guys, and welcome to Train Sim TV. My name's Tom, and today we're going to be looking at the new Northern Line's electric route, which is now released as of the 23rd of December 2019. Massive thanks to everyone that joined us for the stream over the course of the evening. We are recording just after the stream as well, so this video is going to be going straight up, as you'll now see. So, what we're going to do, we're going to have a drive from Preston to Blackpool North. I'm going to give you a bit of information about the route along the way, and just talk to you about the route. It's not a review because I am the creator of the route, so it wouldn't be fair to review my own product. But it's just to give you guys a little look at what to expect from the project. So, without further ado, we're going to get ourselves started, and I will give you a bit of information, requirements and such along the way. So, this service has come from Manchester Airport. You're in charge of the last leg of the journey. All stops to Blackpool North. Before departing Preston, please don't forget to open the doors. Talking of doors, please press CTRL and R to put this unit into guard operated mode. Right, so I'm going to take the DRA off. I think we have, yeah, Blackpool North is already showing on our dot matrix. So tail lights off and into day headlight mode. Instrument lights are already on. Put some slew lighting on as well. And we are a 4 car. So 1 November 60. Cannot read that from here. I think it's PM125. It is. So 1, 2 and 5 on the GSMR there. That's registered. So, a drive change has just taken place here at Preston. You're now in charge of Class 319. Make sure we're not missing out there. 383. On all stops, service to Blackpool North. Note, you will need to put this train into guard operated mode by pressing CTRL as we've done. So this is actually one of the 4, I do believe, services that stops at Solwick. I think 2 stop in each direction over the course of the day. I think 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, afternoon, and this is one of them services. So it's quite rare to really actually do a service and stop there. But it's the first time I've actually done a stopping service on my own route that stops there. You get 17 miles on the route between Blackpool North and Preston in its overhead wired state. The overhead wiring took place over I think it was like late 2017, November 2017 when it shut, and then reopened again April time 2018. So all the work took place over that winter period. Along with that section of route, you also get about 2 or so miles south of Preston to Lostock Hall. You get the Preston Docks branch, and then you get about a mile scenery kind of partially finished up to Moss Side and Blackpool South Line. Solwick is the first stop. Get the window open a little bit, it's quite a warm day. I do apologise for the cough, it's still slightly here. It's getting better. I think it's a little bit more taken on out at this time of night because I've got so excited whilst we was releasing the route I was talking that much. I think I've set it off a little bit, but never mind, let's press on. So, along with your 17-mile route, you will get 24 standard scenarios created by a few various scenario creators out there that have helped out, such as Ashley Clark and Whitemead, and there's a few featured in there from myself as well. You also get basic quick drive. There's no AI on it, but there's some basic quick drives where you can drive to various places just to get yourselves in there if you want to do your own consists. And there is a free roam where you can play some stock down at Blackpool if you wish to do so on that as well. The link for the route will also be provided in the description below, but you can, if you don't want to scroll down, it is at Vulcan Productions. Just search over there, and then you will find it in the route section. St Walburga's Church is on the right hand side there, dominating the area and the scene. And we are now on the newly electrified section, so the electrification sort of started just on that curve there. As you can see, it now features Series 2 OHLE. So the route opens up to 70 miles an hour in a moment. The scenarios also feature a varied array of traction services, from Class 319 workings, Pendolino workings, Virgin Voyagers as well. You've got some DMU operations also, and on top of that you've got rail tour workings such as steam. You've got diesel electrical stuff such as the 73 as well, Class 37 test trains. So we've tried to cater for everybody and everyone's liking and taste. Hopefully there'll be more scenarios as well for myself in the future as well, as we update the route and progress. The next section phase is most likely going to be to Blackpool South. So if you look on the map, we started at Preston down here. We're going Blackpool North over here. Blackpool South is this branch here. The scenery is partially more or less completed up to Moss Side down here. The Preston Docks branch is this one situated here. And the route southbound continues to Lostock Hall down here. That paves the way for future extensions to Ormskirk and Blackburn. The project started about a year ago, from start to completion. It started off as the original Northern Lines route, which is also still available from Vulcan Productions. They are two separate routes, nothing overwrites each other. And the original route was Clone, and then the first job that was taken was the track work, so all the new track layouts such as Blackpool North, Polton and Kirkham were all adopted. We ripped up the track areas where it needed to be ripped up, and then we researched and replaced that down, and then we put all the new scenery in the area. So that took place first. The route also did take a bit of a stopgap in the year. Of course, I work for Just Train, so my time was spent more working on the Met line. But the pace got upped once that was released, where it allowed me time to actually work on this project to get it ready. But I think over the last month or two, really we upped the pace with it, because we did the 12 days of Christmas, what we do at Vulcan Productions, and we wanted this to be one of the key releases. So that gave me a bit of a time scale and time frame to work to, which meant that I actually got my finger out and my backside and actually worked on it. Otherwise we probably still wouldn't be finished now. But at least we've got there with this section. Now I can actually focus on the next part, which eventually now we can get to Blackpool South. That should have been done ages ago, and we actually are going to go there with it. So first stop is Solwick. First thing to notice with Solwick is that the signal box has now been ripped down, which was situated around this area here. The next thing to notice is that we have a custom asset for Solwick Station. This was created by Callum Green, also of Vulcan Productions, and also who is involved with creating the Leeds to Manchester route along with Mark Walker. So in his spare time he put this asset together for us, and massively grateful for him to doing that. This will be an interesting one because I've never actually stopped here before, so I'm assuming we can fit all or most of the train in. I assume. I'm hoping I'll get this in the right place because I've never done this before. Let's have a look. Oh, it does fit. Excellent. I probably could have gone and stopped a little bit further back, but I know that for next time. Didn't realise it actually would fit. So this is Solic. High-res textures on the asset as well, and you can also see datum plates, which is definitely a first. I've never seen them in any other route before, so these have been added to the actual route itself on the asset, so it's all built in. All custom signs as well. Our next stop will be Kirkham and Wesham in a couple of miles' time. So, between here and Kirkham, I'm just going to quickly cover the requirements for the route. First of all, North Wales Coast Steam Store discontinued. This was used on the original route. I'm going to hold on and just see if DTG decide to put it back on the Steam Store. If not, we're going to try and aim to remove the used items off this. So we'll see how that one goes. Next up, Wherry Lines, Armstrong Powerhouse. The Steam version I'm led to believe works also. So either works. AP Station Pack comes with West Coast Mail Line, Shap and other routes. So if you have any DTG routes, you've most likely got that in there. North London Line and Goblin Extension. Again, Steam Store. East Coast Mail Line South, Peterborough to King's Cross, Steam Store again. Brighton Main Line from the Steam Store. Liverpool to Manchester, Settle Carlisle, West Coast Trent Valley and Fort William to Mallaig, all off the Steam Store also. Off Alan Thompson Simulation Store, you need the OH Elite Pack, which is vital for the wiring, especially on this part of the route, because it's Series 2 and Series 1 that's used off them packs. Tree Pack and the Grass Pack of VP. JT Common Library comes with all routes after Newcastle to Edinburgh, and then UK Trains through freeware packs available from UKTS himself or TS Dev. So we've got trails to the right hand side of us here on our way into Kirkham now. That's all the requirements, by the way. That's that covered. Also, perfect time at the moment with it being Christmas. The Steam sales, I think all products off the requirements list are on sale. So if you do require any of these bits and pieces, then now is the perfect time to grab them if you do want to run the route. Selling Carlisle about £2 something, which is an absolute bargain. Some good steals in there. I do recommend when running the scenarios, or before running the scenarios, you do go and have a look at the manual, which is provided. This can be found in the location of Railworks manuals /en VP, which is Vulcan Productions as the full word, and then it's in there, Northern Lines Electric Manual. Just that each scenario has quite a bit on the requirements side. Each scenario doesn't have the same sort of list. We've done it to keep to realism. We're not sort of like restricted ourselves to so many pieces of rolling stock. This is Kirkham and Wesham. Yeah, if you do check that first before you do run any of the scenarios, that way you know you've got the reskins or the required stock to run it. That way you're not going to be disappointed. If you don't have the stock, then Railwork Tools or RW Tools is there also to help out and swap stuff over if you need to do so. Kirkham and Wesham is our next custom asset, station-wise on the route. I'm just going to pause this quickly, have a little look. This one was created by William Stead. Do note that there is a bit of Z-Fi going on with them signs. I need to move them away from the wall. That's going to be done for an update quite soon. This station was totally, well, kind of rebuilt. These platforms were originally here. The fast lines got taken out just before the upgrade took place, Platform 3 is a new platform, as originally it was only 2 platforms, as you can see in the middle. So they added this extra platforming in terms of removing the fast lines as they used to come through this back bridge here. The station features a all new lift shaft and foot access bridge to get down to platform 3. So it's all fully step free as well, step free and obviously footstep. You've got the entrance there as well. And you've got your footsteps down to the car park, sort of a little mini car park. There's a car park sort of thing going on around here, but it's nothing major. And then obviously you've got a little compound area in there. A little bit of a wait here, shouldn't be too long. You can feature the this bit of the Series 1 that goes on here as well. It's quite strange how they've used the Series 1 because it sort of only gets dotted in on a couple of places. Like there's a couple of bits here at Kirkham, there's a bit between Kirkham and Polton, and there's a few bits around the station there at Polton as well. Other than that, it's all the Series 2. It's like there was a few bits left over, so let's just like plonk it on the Blackpool project. It's very peculiar. I'll go for a screenshot there as well, just because it looks quite cool. Our next stop is Polton Le Fylde. About 4 or so miles to Polton, I think. Oh, 6. That's close. So Fox's Biscuits is situated to the right hand side of us here as well. Coming up to the left of us is where the Blackpool South line takes off, continues onwards down there. There is a bit of scenery, it goes to Moss Side, which is the next station on the line. It's about 60% complete, but it is drivable. There is a scenario that actually starts from there, which is a Class 37 test train, early morning. Runs down to Preston, you do a change of cabs, and then you run back to Blackpool North. That line will get properly sorted with scenarios once we get the scenery sorted. No promises, but I do hope that we can probably get that finished maybe later on next year, in 2020. That is the aim. Just depends how fast and that I work on it and how busy my workload tends to get JT. So as you can see, the trees are the ones off the new VP pack, which absolutely fantastic. Ash Burgess has created a massive pack of all sorts of bushes and trees, which is free to grab off VP, which is obviously a requirement for the route. There's all sorts in there, flexi rows, single placed ones as well. Who's ever played the game on the way to Blackpool? Can you spot the tower? Who can spot it first? On this route you can see the actual tower a good number of miles away. Even still currently, if I put on there, we are 6 miles away from Blackpool North, so you can actually see the tower 6 miles away. It looks like it's floating just because of the towel, but you can actually see it from all this way, which is really cool. That's down as a global asset. It's always there, it's always loaded in, hence so you can see it from such a distance away, which is what we wanted to go for, to give you that sort of feel. You're travelling to the seaside. We're just going past the huge solar farm that is situated to the left here as well. Loads of solar panels. Took quite a while to put all them down. Again, there's the other bit of Series 1 that crops up on the route, just for a short section. This footbridge was newly placed. There used to be a foot crossing. The old platforms, the old slats are there, but the bridge got placed in. I think mainly because obviously the pendolinos that run down here now keep it safer. I'm not quite sure, but I think somewhere around this area used to be Singleton signal box many years ago. I think it was took down in the 90s. Not quite sure on that. It never featured on the old route, but I know there was a signal box somewhere around this area. Used to be a crossover and stuff as well. So Apollo's just on the horizon now, we're not too far away. A little bit of towel load just coming in because it's quite a busy towel. It sort of works like it's on a curve, so it's loading quite a lot of scenery in the curve. Nothing too major though. The main drop you'll see is on the approach into Preston, heading south, because there's 3 lines that are in that tile, so there's no way we could get a gap in the scenery, so it's all sort of there. Other than that, it runs pretty flawless in. Well, it does on my system anyway, but I'm getting around 30s, 40s most of the time. Hopefully it comes across as running quite smooth in the video. Fingers crossed. So we're just approaching Polton Le Fylde, which is the next custom asset that's been created for the route. Dropping down to 35 miles per hour for this short section as well. We'll have a look around the station itself as well. There's another 319 there, just approaching him. Just stopped. So the stop car marker for this platform is just situated on the last post before the footsteps. All cars stop there. There's no other actual stop car markers on this platform, on this side. There wouldn't be any point anyway, because obviously you can't get any further down the platform. Nice pictures. Quite nice light on this scenario. This is one of the Whitemead scenarios. We would get a few cheeky screenshots. We already have a thumbnail made for this video, which is actually more in a style of the Blackpool postcard, which was kindly created by Kevin Jones, known as Mole Junction. The postcard was created mainly for other advertisement reasons, but it'll go quite nicely for the YouTube video also. We're just waiting for the doors to close here. We'll just have a look around the platform. Excuse me. So we've got the little cafe as well that features on the platform. Your dot matrices. benches and custom signage. All the signs are correct as well to the station. But yeah, big clocks that sort of dominate the area and the scene as well. Got the bike shed as well. Didn't realise how that's back tall. I think that might be my fault. I'll sort that out. Also, there's another custom sign on the station as well there. I think this sign was donated by the Polton Wire Railway Society, which is to do with the old Fleetwood line. They're trying to get that back up and operational. So as you can see, the actual Fleetwood line is now actually severed. This was taken and disconnected once the upgrade started. They also knocked down the old signal box, sadly. I think they tried to petition to get this one kept and be left standing, but sadly I think it was in the way of something, apparently. I'm not sure if it was in the way of one of the masts that came across, I don't quite know. Well, they made something up so they couldn't keep it. It's a shame, really. It's a lovely box. I think it's probably the nicest box on the route. It's quite a decent size as well. No, I don't think it was as big as Kirkham and Wesham, but I think it was a nicer looking box. It was very well kept. So we are on our way towards Carlton level crossing. Again, that scene has sort of changed a little bit, where the signal box has been ripped down. Again, sadly. Our next station stop is Leighton as well. Leighton doesn't have a custom station asset currently, as the way it's been built is actually quite close to the real one. There is possibility of getting a custom asset made down in the future, but our focuses are more towards hopefully getting a custom asset for Preston and other little bits and pieces, possibly a proper custom asset for the Blackpool Tower as well in the future. All goes down to how well we can get research trips done and stuff, especially for Preston, we've been such a big station. But if we do obviously manage to get on with that, we'll obviously share the progress on VP Facebook for that, and on streams, of course. Excuse me. Well, this is Leighton Station. Please note also, we aren't actually running with RW Enhancer on. These are core TS graphics. I've not used RW Enhancer for quite a while. I might actually pop it back on just to see the difference and see what differences I get in FPS, because at the minute I've been running like this and I've been getting some good performance. Not to say I don't recommend Audio Enhancer, I do think it's a fantastic product as well. It's just obviously when I'm using me like for work stuff, I always forget to turn it off, so I've left it off now and just forgot to like put it back on. But I might actually have another little play with it and see what I can get screenshot wise with this route. We're just waiting for doors to close now, not too far off. The workforce on the right hand side, down the truck side. So as we approach Blackpool North, we're about, it's about half a mile. Just don't know, running a mile, not half a mile. I'm getting mileage wrong today. We have double yellows, so we are going to be going straight into the platform. It's platform 4? No, platform 2 we're going on, so that's cool. Slow down to 40 mile an hour by the crossovers. Just leave it here, coasting in now. Blackpool North maintenance depot, car depot to the right hand side there. Got a little bit of a change in track layout. All this is like more or less new track layout, apart from a slight bit of the depot stayed in. Some of the back lines stayed. So it's down to 30 miles an hour, I think it is in the second of the corner here. And it drops down to 20 further around the bend. Again, Blackpool North signal box was sadly taken down. I think that got took down about 2 or 3 days after the actual line shut. That was the first one to go. Polton, I think, was the last one to go, possibly, because it took them so long to debate about what they were doing with it. So all new track layout coming into Blackpool Station. And again, a custom station asset created by Callum Green. We'll take you a look around this in a moment. You do still get the occasional DMU service on like the York services and stuff like that. So just before we open the doors, I'm just going to take a look around the station itself. So again, all custom to the new track layout. So they ripped all the semaphores out, which made the scene for such a long time. And now have LED signalling at the end of the platform. Most of the signalling on the line is actually lightweight. I think it's ILS they call them, lightweight signalling. Those are featured more or less all out the route, apart from the odd occasional LED signal that crops up like Kirkham and Blackpool. Don't quite understand what this is all about. Not quite sure why that's there, why they put that there. It's got custom canopies. And a custom entrance. Long gone's the day of the old Kuju canopy that used to be there. Right, I saw it was. We do hope you've enjoyed this video, and we massively hope that you enjoyed the route as much as I have done creating it. Don't forget, the route link is in the description below. I'm just going to pause again. Don't forget, you can catch us on Twitch, twitch.tv/TrainSimTV_Tom or TrainSimTV_Mark. Tom's channel is the one that is mainly active, which is myself. Usually Wednesdays and Fridays. Don't forget, over Christmas the schedule's gonna definitely change a bit, obviously with Christmas and all that. Again, also a massive thank you to everyone that supported us over the year and giving us feedback on the screenshots we've posted of the route. We just hope you enjoy it. as much as I can say. That's about as much as I can put, really. I'm just glad that we've got there. I look forward to seeing everyone's screenshots, and hopefully we'll get to see some more scenarios from other players, which we'll be able to feature down the line. So enjoy your Christmas, guys. Have a fantastic one. Whatever you do, be safe. Also, have a good New Year if we don't see you before. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, comment, leave us some feedback. If you see anything with the route, if you think there's anything that needs improving, drop some feedback. You can do it on YouTube, or you can send us support on Vulcan Productions. I will receive that, and I can look into that if anything needs doing. So a massive thank you, guys. Have a good one, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care for now.